So I'm going over the news, WWE news for 2017, February the 23rd?
Nope.
21st? 26, Jesus. By the way, it's Black History Month. I don't know if anybody recognized that. I want to put that out there. You know, they throw so much in February where you don't know actually that it's Black History Month. I don't know if they're still broadcasting it on the news or not, but it is Black History Month. Shout out to the fallen warriors for the cause. So, while I'm here, I want to touch on a couple of things. CM Punk's literally inevitable return in 2018. There's a lot of moving components. I just want to go over some things where I think this is what's going to wind up eventually bringing CM Punk back to the WWE. AJ Styles versus Nakamura at WrestleMania 33. I'm going to touch on that. And also, Finn Balor's return. Quiet as kept to NXT on a dark match to help out Shinsuke Nakamura and so much more here on the JP Show, live on your Sunday mornings. Well, afternoon anyway. So I want to start the show off with this Twitter war between AJ Styles and Shinsuke. I think it was Tuesday, Rock Culture released, and you can, of course, check this out yourself. Rock Culture released a message of sorts from Shinsuke Nakamura saying, I hope that AJ Styles has some type of opponent for WrestleMania. And if not, I'm pretty sure I'll be free after NXT TakeOver Dallas. So, you know, the gauntlet has been thrown down. A lot of people do not want to see AJ Styles and Shane McMahon go at it for whatever fucking reason they'll go at it. Probably because of the way AJ Styles has been booked. And also, Vince McMahon wants to see one of the McMahons in some type of role at WrestleMania at all times. So, normally, you'll get a Triple H or a Stephanie McMahon match. But this, it seems the past 2 years have been focused on Shane, trying to get him on the card. I liked the original idea for Shane McMahon to go up against Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania. Only problem with that is Brock Lesnar got Goldberg. So, to see where they'll go from there is up in the air. You know, I don't think that, of course, they're going to break that big buddy match with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. But AJ Styles and Shane McMahon should not happen. Should not happen at all. And just to reiterate on why it shouldn't happen, you got Shinsuke Nakamura giving you the best matches of his fucking career in NXT, which isn't bad, but is not being shown via the world. You know what I mean? NXT is just internet bait, if anything. So, with that being said, I would like the move up, and this is how I would do it. Of course, after losing to Bobby Roode at NXT TakeOver Dallas, you would move Shinsuke Nakamura up. You could probably just have that be a last minute add-on match, and it could be close to maybe one of your last matches of the night. You know, fucking WrestleMania is damn near like 6 hours. So you can squeeze it in somewhere. But I wouldn't hype that match until that day. Like, that day is a bonus match. And I bet you everybody and their mother will be talking about it because they wasn't expecting it. And even more so, if you're not expecting something, how can you, better yet, gauge those critics that'll say, no, it's too soon for Nakamura to move up, this, that, and the third. Let him move up. Have him go against AJ Styles. And you can pretty much run that all the way until draft day, which should be sometime after WrestleMania. Draft day until AJ Styles goes to Raw, which is more likely fact than rumor at this point because Vince McMahon has a hard dick for AJ Styles. So we'll find out. We'll find out how that goes. So moving on, Finn Balor was in a pop-up appearance on NXT in a dark match to defend Shinsuke Nakamura, of all people, to defend Shinsuke Nakamura against Bobby Roode and CJ Amos or some shit like that. The Puerto Rican guy that looks like a fucking stripper. That guy. So, with that being said, this could mean a lot for Finn Balor. I would like to go with JD had reported an idea on how to book Finn Balor's return. JD, if you don't know who I'm talking about, JD from New York. Again, subscribe, like, follow him as well. Always a big supporter of that guy there. But as JD reported, I would put Finn Balor in some type of faction. You know, with all these rumors going around of Triple H starting a new Evolution, it looks more likely than not that that's what's going to happen. But Finn Balor being as good as he is, as prominent of a face as he is, I would definitely keep him as a face. I wouldn't fuck that up, because you can always stick somebody in there with Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens, and you still got Triple H as an arrowhead, which is basically the leader. So there's so much you can do with that. So you could throw. I heard the idea from Rock Culture. I think it was Adam. It may not have been Adam, but I heard the idea from Rock Culture of throwing Charlotte in there, which wouldn't be a bad idea, because again, you have Triple H, who was mentored by Charlotte's father in Evolution. Now you have Triple H returning the favor, mentoring Ric Flair's daughter in quote unquote Evolution 2.0. So it's so many ways you can book a Finn Balor return on TV, but I would pause and wait until after WrestleMania, which seems what they're going to do. I mean, I guess for him to come out in that dark match is just to see what type of mobility he does have. Can he still move in the ring? Is he still able to throw them same amount of kicks that he normally throws? Just to see where he's at so far. You know, he released it before the dark match that night. He released a tweet saying that Finn Balor, very Triple H of him, are you ready? That just tells me that, again, Triple H has his hands all over this Finn Balor situation and how they're handling it. Which is good. I don't think you should waste Finn Balor coming back at WrestleMania when you technically don't have any space for him to go. Mind you, we haven't even seen, outside of the Big Show, Seth Rollins and Triple H, and fucking Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, we don't know what the fuck else is on the card for WrestleMania. So it's a lot of shit still in the air, and how it'll boil out, who knows? But I would definitely like to see Finn Balor premiere the day after WrestleMania on Raw. On Raw. I don't give a fuck if you use him in a faction or not, because that's the face that you need. What you want to do with Roman Reigns, you can do with Finn Balor. Like, you don't have to do that with Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns is ass. I know Vince would probably be like, no, we're going to stick Roman Reigns out there versus Finn Balor, because, you know, he's oily. Look at his hair. Looks so slick back. So nice. I'm telling you, whatever it is with Vince and Samoans, ever since The Rock, ever since fucking Rocky, Vince is a hard dick for Samoans. Half of fucking Rocky Maivia family is currently employed in the WWE. Tamina Snuka, the Usos, Naomi is fucking one of the Usos. I'm just saying, it's a lot of family there, a lot of roots inside the WWE. But I would definitely like to see them use Finn Balor on his return very prominently. I would also like them to mention that, you know, Finn Balor was actually fucking champion for maybe a day and a half, instead of then just breezing over it and saying Kevin Owens was your first champion. See, that's why I'm saying if he comes back, Finn Balor should be the guy fighting the new authority. However it goes, because you know you got Samoa Joe there. Him and Samoa Joe already got history from NXT. You know you got Kevin Owens there. They already have history from NXT. That should be your title picture going into, at least into SummerSlam. At least until SummerSlam. Whoever wins, whoever loses, will move and shuffle from there. So, my ideas, my thoughts there on that, on that situation. CM Punk. in his more than likely return to the WWE in 2018. Now, it has been reported that CM Punk should be gracing the cover of WWE 2K18 for the following year. How true is that? I have no fucking idea. I haven't seen anybody else report this other than some fanboy sites. Maybe, I don't think Rock Culture will report it. There's no validation behind it, but there is validation behind this. Samoa Joe, on multiple occasions, has talked to CM Punk. He is dying to come back to the WWE. Joe's words, again, you know they're close friends since the TNA days. Me personally, I would believe it. I would believe it in hindsight of all the shit that just happened with The Rock. You know, AJ Lee, his wife, who's also already worked in the WWE, who's coming out with a book bastardizing the WWE, is also involved in the same movie that The Rock is. With that being said, it's already close ties. Majority of Punk friends who he met in the indie scenes are currently signed to the WWE. Cats such as Kurt Hawkins, fucking Samoa Joe is also thrown in there. Sami Zayn, damn near all of ROH back in the day when CM Punk was fucking hot. All them guys from back in the day is currently in the WWE now. You would have to be a fool to think that they're not telling him to come back to the WWE. Cassius Ohno is one of those CM Punk friends that is currently back in the WWE. Why the fuck he's in developmental, I have no fucking idea. He's already been there. It's time to move him up. He could have been a mainstay on the roster for Raw. He could have been one of the main guys for Raw. Especially with how weak and how weak all of the Raw divisions are outside of the cruiserweights. Fucking, you need more talent. Like right now. You don't need to shuffle the deck. You don't need to put older guys on the back burner to push younger guys. You need more people. You need an influx of new talent, of jobbers, if you will, and just throw them out there and see if they go over with the crowd. Also, matches need to be longer on Raw. I could go for days on Raw, but that's not the point. I'm here to talk about CM Punk. So, The Rock currently called CM Punk for a taping inside of the Staples Center for the Page movie, which I don't know how the fuck Rock is pulling this shit off. Page is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door with the WWE, but he somehow convinced Vince McMahon to make a movie about Page run in the WWE, which is going to be a good movie because, you know, Page was raped and she was a porn star and all this good stuff. Is going to be one of those tearjerkers. If it makes the box office, it may go straight to DVD, knowing Vince McMahon. So, with that being said, coming back full circle, what's next for Punk? I mean, his situation with UFC is not going as well as he expected it to, due to the fact that he lost under 2 minutes. So, you know, Dana White has already went on record of saying, yeah, he might wrestle, he might contend for us, he might not. I don't know what the future holds for CM Punk. I think what's happening here, and this is just me being super paranoid or just my overgross fanboy, I think CM Punk is waiting it out. He's waiting it out. He's waiting for the best moment, the best timed opportunity to come back in the WWE. And I think what that would be for CM Punk would be Royal Rumble. Let him come back entry number 30. Win the Rumble. Maybe even 28, because they like to play with that number for some odd reason. Let him come back with his entry 28. Win the Royal Rumble. Main event WrestleMania. This is one of the biggest things that Punk has complained about since leaving the WWE. Is how I've been putting in all this work and I'm not the main event. Like, how the fuck is that possible? Which, granted, to his fucking point, is true. In the same sense, you have cats that was there before you putting in the same amount of work, which are part-timers. Like, you have your Rocks, you have your Stone Colds and your Triple H's. They've earned their spots to do that, to come back and be that part-time. The same thing Kurt Angle said to him in an interview with I think it was Wrestling Weekly, like maybe 4 years ago.